Steeler Nation, welcome back to Steeler Nation Australia, and also welcome back to Steelers Dynasty Podcast. I have one big announcement to make. The Steelers Dynasty Podcast and Steeler Nation Australia have broken up. There's been bad blood. There's been some things have been said about me that I'm cut. I'm fucking cut, and I'm taking them down. I'm taking down Bubba and Shano. No, there's no bad blood at all.
Well, that's because you drank all the beer and took all the women off us, man.
I'm heartbroken. The brotherhood of the Steelers Dynasty Podcast and Steelers Nation Australia is broken. Fellas, what is going on? It's not broken. What is going on? What's happening?
Nothing.
What's going on,
seems like
Shano?
I'm in the dark down here. Hi, Shane.
I can't hear anything either, Bubba. I just see spinning.
You can't hear me?
No, with Mark.
You can't hear me?
I hear Mark. I see everybody.
Can Shane hear you?
Shane, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you see me? But I see Mark. I see everybody.
I see Mark now.
Okay.
Bubba, can you ask Shane how he is?
Mark wants to know how you are,
I
Shane.
can hear you now. I can hear you now, Mark. I'm good. I was checking the weather for you, Mark, for the draft, and it says 57 to 65 for that weekend as the high, and then the lows like 37 to 45.
Yeah, so. short weather.
It's supposed to snow next week.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah, right.
It's 60 degrees right now. It's summer weather right now.
Yeah, wash the car.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's in Australia. It's like 90, 91 today, highest 90, something like that. You know what I mean? So it's getting we're turning. Each week we're going. Last week was Super Bowl. This week, and I won't stay here too long because I do want to talk about some free agents and some like Steelers news and stuff like that. Talk about some actual football stuff.
Yeah.
But I did want to bring this up because going around the internet at the moment, and I want your guys' take on this. The Brotherhood of Steel, I think, seems like it's broken because Joey Porter, or actually how it started was Debo and Big Ben apparently had called out head coach Mike Tomlin. Now, I think Debo did it with more animated words, and Big Ben said something. Then for some reason, Joey Porter, last week, senior, just goes off and starts to slam Big Ben and Debo and slam Big Ben and said he's not a good guy. First of all, Bubba, what do you think of the whole thing? And then, because I want to give you my last take on it before we go into other stuff.
Okay, we talked about it last night. We talked about it last week. Look, guys that have egos in that locker room, being a Steelers or being in any type of professional organization of sports, they're going to have that friction, okay? That either they're competing for spots or whatever, about winning or whatever. But realistically, to me, whatever happens in a locker room like that stays in the locker room. I feel that Joey Porter, when he was all chummy, look, if you don't like somebody, whether you play sports or whether you don't like them in real life, you're not going to be chummy and drinking a beer with them and hanging out like, hey, buddy, let's do this. Get a pick. No, it doesn't work that way. And that's what he did at the Hall of Fame ceremony in Pittsburgh. He was real chummy with Ben. Look, Ben's an asshole, but I love him because he got 2 Super Bowl rings. Like all those guys are, if we think some of these guys are nice, but realistically, they probably wouldn't give me or Shane or you, Mark, the time of day if they, you know what I mean? But I just think that it's got blown up because it's podcasting and they're looking for stuff at Super Bowl. And I think Cam Hayward's like, hey, man, if you got something juicy, man, just let it go. Yeah. Let it go, Peasy. Just let it go because he knew he was going to shoot, and he did. So
what about you, Shane? What are your quick thoughts on this situation about the past Steelers going after past Steelers?
I think it's fair game. I mean, they're doing podcasts, they're trying to get clicks, but you know, it's known. It's like finally stating that a Black Panther has spots. Well, who gives a fuck? It's a Black Panther. You know,
do they have spots though?
Yeah, they do have spots. But
Ben
was a jerk. Think of any 22-year-old that won 15 games in the NFL. In the second year, he won a Super Bowl. You know, his head got big, so he went from being a jerk to a super jerk. I'm sure he's not like this. Is exactly what Debo said. I'm sure he's not nearly the jerk he was. He's more mature. He's still probably a jerk. So what everybody's saying is just basically stating the truth, but it's the context. And I think the context was kind of because they were given heat at the time on Tomlin, and it just didn't. It just, I think it's all about timing. That's what way I look at it.
I agree. I agree with both of you guys. But I'm going to go a different route in this one. I feel like there are too many fucking Steelers podcasts that include players, and I legit mean that. I think there are way too many. There's Cam. There's Christian 46, our long snapper. You've had BMAC was involved with one with Peterson for a while. I saw a response from Steven Nelson. Steven Nelson had a response about this, a former cornerback, right? This is my point, though. Like, I think there's too many. I think in this day and age, how many players go into podcasting? And I don't mean to rip my apart because some are really good, but how much time in the day do we have to take this all in? And should we even hear about this fucking story? I don't think we should. I think Joey Porter has just been talking, and the next minute, something comes up, and then maybe he doesn't regret saying it, but maybe he might regret saying it online. Yes, Bubba.
I think that Steeler players right now that are playing probably shouldn't do podcasting because it takes away.
That was my other question.
Because Big Ben had a show on 93.7 The Fan on the radio. We had a radio show. He didn't do the podcasting, and he had a lot of stuff that people were agitated when he brought stuff out or he kind of said something, and he shouldn't have done it then. Now, and he's retired. Anybody that's retired can do whatever they want. I just think if you're a Steeler, even Cam, everybody loves Cam, but realistically, does Cam need a podcast? Do the podcast after you retire, because you've got to be focusing on the game and getting the plays in and studying game film and stuff like that.
But that's what I was going to ask you that same question too, because I thought about this as well. There are so many people doing podcasting that is, I think Ike Taylor, he had podcasts with Mike Bergen before, previous times. There's now Trey Essick and Charlie Batch doing one together. There is Cameron Hayward, Christian 46. There is Debo with Joe, which, people are getting into it. But how much is too much, and which opinion do we take? Because there's going to be this guy says this, the other player says that, and this Joey Porter one, I think he would have been better off saying nothing to make all this, because all this doing now, all the fans, they go after Ben, they go after Harrison, they go after Joey Porter, and for what? For the fact that we won 2 Super Bowls, it doesn't mean shit. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, this means this story to me is such a big story that means, and I couldn't swear the other day on my G'day Steelers Nation podcast, I talked about it as well, but it doesn't mean too much. But now, if this is the route we're going down, I think we have a bumpy road the next 10 years because this will get worse and worse and worse. Fellas, you've been in YouTube for a little bit, never had too much, I don't think, YouTube beef with other people. I have had a few YouTube beefs out there. It's crap. You don't want to play the YouTube game where you go, he sucks, he's terrible. That's what these players are going to do. They're going to go into podcasting and they're going to finish their fucking career, and they're going to Mason Rudolph. What if Mason Rudolph makes a podcast next week?
I'm not listening to him. No offense.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he was almost agreeing with this guy and that guy. Social media is going to blow this stuff up where we don't even need to be, where it won't be football. The Steelers culture, I think, will break down. And I'm going to talk to you guys how this affects the next minute. But I don't think it doesn't remind me of what I grew up watching when I was watching football, when you guys watch football as well. You turn on the TV, you watch you guys play, and you talked about, this guy being a really great football player, not having a discussion about Big Ben used to be this. There are some things I don't think we need to hear, to be honest. Anyway, that's kind of like my final point on it. I think there are way too many fucking podcasters. In 10 years' time, there's going to be about 50 ex-Steelers players on there. We can even call us Steelers players, and people wouldn't even know.
And we should call ourselves Steeler players, because maybe people would be like, oh, yeah. But I just think, and coming from the world of professional wrestling, believe me, there is shit talking other companies, and Shane's seen a little bit of this stuff getting into the business with me. It's just bad. It's like that all the time. It's all nitpicking. People need to work together. Nobody needs to know what happens in the locker room of another company, but people get on their soapbox and social media and spew it out to everybody. Nobody needs to know that shit.
This feels like wrestling. I just went to the AEW and it was a great time. The Grand Slam in Sydney. So much fun.
Did you jump in a ring?
No. My mates went down there and they brought home 2 chairs. Apparently you can take home chairs but they weren't even part of they just ran down there. Anyways, and I agree with George 100%. Not saying that like some are good, some are bad, and whatever. I just think this is the way it's going. But this to me is interesting because like what happens next out of this? Like, do we overly need to know, Shano, about Joey Porter's thoughts on Big Ben, or would you rather hear football talk from Joey Porter?
I haven't watched anything of Joey Porter other than the clip that came up that Debo showed, but I just watch Debo. I don't watch Big Ben. I think Debo's entertaining. That's the only other podcast other than the ones we do that I don't even watch ours that much. You know, I watch yours, Mark's.
I do. I watch Mark's. I don't watch ours.
I watch Mark's, and then I really listen to Mark's more because you know you're so attractive. I can't watch you, Mark, with your smile and your tan and your sunny disposition. No, on a serious note, Debo is entertaining. Okay,
Yes,
he just has it. He has it. You want to watch him. He knows what he's talking about. He has a guy that keeps him calm. You know, that wears brown shit.
Here's Joe Hayden.
He's
Joe
like,
Hayden.
yeah,
Joe, Debo, yeah.
So
I agree with you. Yeah.
It's Bugs Bunny. It's the big dog and the little dog. That's what it is, and it's just I think it's fantastic. So whatever Debo says, I'm like, that's great.
It's entertaining.
This made me, and that's right. It's entertaining. It's made me think. Is the NFL turning more into like wrestling and WWE each and every year with the drama?
Absolutely.
Storylines and drama.
With that Super Bowl, there's no doubt.
Yeah, and that's what it feels like to me. I'm like, okay, do we overly need to hear the story about Joey Porter and Debo and Big Ben? Probably not. Did it make headlines? 100%. Are we talking about it? Yes. Therefore, storyline created. Now, here's my follow-up getting into Pittsburgh Steelers football. Does this breakdown of the brotherhood affect the team in any way? Shano, what do you think about this story in the new locker room? Is any effect?
This will have no effect on the locker room. Tomlin's not part of the picture. These guys are so far removed. It's like, it makes no difference.
Okay, so it's just there's two, and Ben hasn't even responded yet. I haven't heard.
He's
I think
not
we're kind of waiting.
He's not going to say anything.
Okay, and maybe that's a fair point.
That's the best way too. That to even not the best response is no response.
Yeah, right.
But Debo is like, hey, Peasy, I'm calling you up, and he probably said, hey,
I heard that too. Yeah,
yeah. He called him up. He hung up on him, and he called him back. He's like, and they would go to blows because James Harrison's a physical, intimidated individual. And Peasy is intimidating an individual, but still, he just did that because he did that. And like out of all the Steelers back in the old days, you might have heard of stuff, but we would never hear of stuff if stuff went bad in the 70s.
They would have shut the door and it would have been taken care of.
It was.
Because Debo and Joe, and you don't even know sometimes Joe Hayden's even there. No offense to Joe Hayden.
Too.
But I do find it's a Debo show. But I think that is run by Ocho Cinco and his other mate, Shannon Sharp, who are involved in drama. That company runs their podcast. That's the Nightcap podcast or whatever. Their company runs their one. They're like an offshoot. So that's why they're so thinking. So Bubba, do you think there's any cause and effect from this broken drama of the Hood of Steel, Brotherhood of Steel, connected to the new players in 2026 going forward?
The new players just want to get in the playoffs, win a playoff game, and go from there. Like they don't care about these. I mean, they care about the Steelers' lore of championships because those players did win championships, and if the players come in the locker room, they probably give them respect, shake their hand, but they're not gonna. Mm-hmm. They're just gonna move on and business as usual. Right.
So this kind of just reminds me of like a family barbecue or something where someone had maybe ate the last chicken wing or whatever, and the angry granddad starts yelling at the cousin saying, "Why the F did you eat the last chicken wing? Blah, blah, blah. You stole my last beer." It reminds me of that. It's not connected to the actual event. You're still having your food and having a great time. And the new Steelers, I don't think, will be affected at all either. But it's just interesting how it all came up and just went fucking kaboom. Do you know what I mean? It went
because there's nothing else to talk about around here besides that craziness.
I'm talking about conference realignment on my other podcast because it's crickets. Talk a little bit about basketball.
But I want to say a lot of Steelers like that. Zach Banner? Now he's a media guy. No offense, Zach Banner. You were big as a house. And you know what? I don't have time to listen to you because no offense, I didn't have time to watch you on the field because you didn't produce as a Steeler. Like, I'm not gonna.
They're all going that route. There's a lot of them going that route for sure. That's why I find it interesting. That's crazy. Jarvis Jones is starting a podcast.
I'm not listening to that joke. He was a man.
All right, well, some other news too I want to talk about, and this one I think is just a quick one. I did a show on the other day, but fellas, what the fuck's going on with
No way, no way.
That can't happen, can it?
Hear me out. I was thinking about it, and I have a different take. I said no way in hell yesterday. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So check it out, guys. If no one wants this guy.
No.
Because of the injury is so freaking severe. It looked like he got shot, like a sniper hit him. So if they could sign him make it structure the contract that it's performance based, go ahead. But I don't think he's going to go for that. He's going to want some guaranteed money after that injury. But unless you can get him for pennies on the dollar and have it structured as such, like you produce X amount of yards, you get so much playoff win, so much. That's the only way you sign a guy 32 with that type of injury.
I don't want him.
Robert doesn't want him. Neither do I.
I don't want him. I don't want him because he's not going to be fully recovered. Probably. I mean, it's going to take a while. He's nothing but a headache in every locker room he ever been in. His speed is not going to be as fast as he once was, and I'm tired of playing. I'm tired of playing nice guy, trying to get these guys. I'm tired of doing retreads.
Well, it's not the Mike Tomlin team anymore, so maybe they won't be signing an over-the-age cornerback or receiver at that time. If he does sign, though, the women of Pittsburgh, watch out, because Tyreek Hill has about 8 to 7 kids or 9 kids with different mothers, so he might be out in the town going down south side, and you may get pregnant. There's a high chance you get pregnant. I think he has like 7 kids to 3 different mothers.
He has pretty good swimmers. Good swimmers.
Yeah, don't sit down to pee because those sperm can pole vault.
Yeah, great swimmers he got.
That's a good point. Why do we have to get all the crash out injured and hand-me-downs? I don't know if this could be a different scene with Mike McCarthy as well. But I saw that it was. You know what the fuck annoys me the most is there is no connection to these rumors at all. They're just made up about this person goes here.
And it's a supposed journalist wrote this shit.
Yeah.
That's what
they're not really good journalists. They don't even investigate. They just write something down and put something on there
they find that Steelers need a receiver. We all know that.
Yeah, that's not.
Then Tyreek Hill is a free agent. And they go, "Oh, the rumor is the Pittsburgh Steelers could reach out for Tyreek Hill." They never talked to him. Not even that time yet. So it always happens this time of year, but it's getting worse. That's why I said with podcasting too, it's getting much, much worse in terms of clickbait and AI. And people need to have these stories running around. Another one I saw before we get into some of these free agents, right? I know we did it quick last week, but another one I saw was this one's interesting. Was getting rid of Highsmith for AJ Brown, but that's got to make sure that he comes over as a if it's even possible. But I saw something like that. Would you entertain something like that, Bubba? Like getting rid of Highsmith, bringing in a receiver?
Well, we talked about this last night, and I'm going to say you have to hear. Now I'm going to go different now. Yesterday it was different. Today it's different than yesterday.
Yeah.
So you'd have to look and see what kind of money they're talking and go from there. If it's because I think he has 2 more years on his contract. Highsmith does. Okay. But AJ Brown is just like we just talked about with Hill, is also a trouble in the locker room.
He's never happy, is he? He's always unhappy.
He's never happy. No. So, and if he signs him and he doesn't get the ball in 3 games, then he's like, I want my ball and I want to go home, or I want to get traded to another team back quickly because I just don't like the Steelers organization. Like, I don't know if I want to take a chance dealing with that. It'd be great for podcasting, but it's not good on my moral dilemma of watching the Steelers. But I think if it's not, but it's going to be big money. So I'm going to say no, like I did yesterday. I'm going to go back and make the same. I don't want that trade to go through.
What do you think, Shane? I think will they even entertain the idea of trading Highsmith?
They're entertaining it. That's what creeps you out. But it's all about value. It's a value proposition. Is the headache in the locker room worth the production? It's because here's the thing: when you're recruiting a college, it used to be potential. We can, after a couple of years, we can get this guy to this point. Even in college now, it's production, not potential. So right now, on the back end of these guys, it's a combination of production and potential because they're on the downward slide of their career. So, I mean, I know that's coach speak, but I'd say no.
Right. There's another one I want to bring up too, because I think they could entertain the idea of getting rid of Highsmith or trading. They definitely can, right? I just saw this other one this morning. And that was Evans, the former Buccaneer. He's now a free agent too.
I feel like they're going to sign. Tampa Bay's going to sign him.
I like
to have Mike Evans. Yeah. It would be great. I mean, Mike Evans. If it was AJ Brown or between AJ Brown or Mike Evans, I would take Mike Evans as a Steeler. But I think he's going to sign with Tampa Bay.
You'd think so. You'd think they want to try and run it back with him and try and build something to
He's
win
just been
playoff.
So productive down there in Tampa. He gets 1,000 yards every season. He's very productive.
So it says he's a free agent as well.
I would take him. I would take him if it's a base money or whatever. If we can, but I don't want to get in a bidding war with the Buccaneers or other teams for him. Because I think there's other receivers out there that we could get.
I feel like the Steelers have to get younger at that position, also get younger in the team. I would like them to see, take a flyer on 2 receivers in the draft, maybe get like a guy as a 3rd or 4th guy.
I want Alex Pierce. I want Alex Pierce from the
someone that's not a high prize guy like fucking Tyreek Hill or something like that. This is a guy that is productive and can play.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing this morning, guys, I saw was apparently there's the franchise tag has been opened to the NFL, but I don't think there's any idea or any rumors. You guys heard anything about the rumors about the franchise tag for any players? I think we're not going to do anything. They won't do anything.
Not this year.
Yeah. So I did see a comment around Broderick Jones at left tackle that was interesting if they're going to give him an extension, because I think he's into his last year next year, I believe. And it could be a big extension, but he's injured. So do you think that they would turn his position over or not give him an extension?
Ooh, that's a good question. Bubba, I'm going to defer to you on that one.
Well, I mean, Dylan Cook actually, played the last remaining games under Broderick. That should be a competitive spot when Broderick Jones comes back, because I don't think Broderick Jones deserves to come back out of injured back to a spot. I know Cook had a bad playoff game. That was his worst game, but I'd say let it play out his contract, Broderick, and then get rid of him. He was just not viable,
Apparently he owes, if they were to sign him up, it'd be a $20 million base salary or something like that in 2027. So that would be I think the franchise tag. I saw a story on it, but my thinking is, this new staff there's no guarantees that he has a chance for a job. Now there are guarantees, I think, with the center, the right guard and right tackle. Troy Falatano played pretty well. They're set on the offensive line. Ciamalo, he's I think a free agent, and left tackle is Jones. So they might just go to the draft and get some drafting guys. I don't know if there's going to be that allegiance to be like, okay, Jones was their guy back 5 years ago. McCarthy might just go, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I want to get someone else. Do you think they go and get someone else, Bubba?
They could sign a tackle in the free agent market. There's some tackles out there. They might just sign somebody. I don't know if they're going to draft. I've seen some stupid mock drafts where they signed they drafted a guard, 2 linemen in the first 3 spots, and that's not going to happen because we need receivers. But I can see them going out and getting some tackle to upgrade from Broderick Jones and Dylan Cook and have Cook as depth. I can see that. But I mean, this is a whole new regiment now. It's a whole new anything.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Jones needs to prove himself with a new contract. Hopefully, he's recovered by OTAs or camp. So basically, it's a prove-it year for him next year, and with no guarantees if he's a starter at left tackle. But it would be nice to see him bounce back because apparently that injury was really bad on his neck. It was really, terrible. So I find that stuff kind of interesting. All right. So let me go through. I'm not going to do all the names, but okay. No, I've got an idea. You guys, out of all these names, right, and you got to hold 5 players. But when I read them out, there's 28 players, and I'll read them out in different order, and you got to make your 5 like count.
Like so before you give all 28?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you want to work together as a team or?
No, we'll just shout out what
we're gonna be Peasy and James Harrison right now doing this.
So let's do it that way. You got to hold 5 players who you want to keep, and you don't know who I'm kind of reading next. If that makes any sense.
Oh, this is right? an intriguing game here.
So if it gets down to, well, I don't know, there's Rodgers.
If you say Gainwell at the end and we already got 5, we're fucked.
Well, I don't know how else to do it. Got to keep some entertaining, unless I just go off on someone. If I bag a former Steeler out, Claypool. All right, no. Okay. Let's go with, do you keep in your 5, Calvin? Actually, you know what? Out of 26 players, would you probably keep more than 5 players, wouldn't you? How many players would you keep? Depends, right?
I don't know. Well, between the two of us, we're probably going to have 10.
True. Fair point. Okay. So you guys can use 10. All right. Calvin Austin. Bringing him back or what?
Shane. I'll let Shane go first.
No.
I'm going to say the same thing.
No, you guys, this is going to be a hard cut. See it later. Austin, one of the guys who did really well at punt return. Guy who could be at 4th receiver, whatever they build. He's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair point. Gone. Calvin Austin gone. MVP.
Gone.
Really? Yeah, I agree with that one.
Yes. I
agree with that one too. J was g'day, Tommy. What's going on? What up, Tommy? For a team-friendly deal. Alrighty, next one. I'll jump ahead a bit. Donald Parham Jr. The guy was the 6'7" tight end. He got injured at the very start of the year. He's a free agent. He could be your 3rd or 4th tight end.
I say just go ahead, Bubba.
Well, how tall is he? 6'7"?
6'7".
6'7". I sign him. I got one.
Yeah, he's 28 years of age too. So.
Oh shit! I'm cutting him.
He's gone. No, I would. It has to be a very friendly contract, as Afton put it.
Yeah, I'm cutting him.
Ward. So 1-on-1. Okay. So you got one for. You don't have to. By the way, you don't have to tell him. I just wanted to give you guys an idea how to keep who we're going to keep. All right. I think the Steelers should probably keep him too. Why not run him back into training camp? I think we're all excited for him to be a charge as former Charger. Another big tight end. We don't know who's going to be throwing the football. To me, Donald Parham Jr., give him a chance. I've seen him play bits in here and highlights of Charger stuff. I just think give him a chance as 4th tight end. So there you go. All righty. Who am I going to go next? Scotty Miller, receiver.
Got.
Gone.
Yes.
Go on. Another one? So, okay. It kind of begs the question then. How did they make the team last year? If you guys they're done now, like they're done.
Well, because it's a new year.
We're gonna draft. I hope to God that we draft 2 receivers.
Well, okay. I'm just looking at it this way, Mark. We got to upgrade from what we had last year. So last year we're here. I want to be like right here. Right. So I'm gonna jump up a little bit.
So Scotty Miller won't even make the 5 or the 6. He's out. Okay. One of the sparking debates is this is a crazy topic for me. Trying to figure this one out because this is so many different avenues. Connor Hayward, tight end. Do you bring him back into the Pittsburgh Steelers roster?
Shane, I'll let you go first.
Oh boy, no, you go, Bubba. I'm still trying to digest.
I'm cutting. I'm cutting him too. He's not making a team.
So you're going to sign him, then cut him?
No, I'm not even signing him. He's just not getting signed.
Free agent. I think this could be a possibility. It all depends. This is my thought process. It all depends on Rodgers. I think if Rodgers doesn't come back, then Cam won't come back, or he'll go into podcasting and media. He'll enjoy that. He won't come back, or there'll be some disagreement, and then they won't bring back Connor Hayward. Connor Hayward to me was connected with Cam Hayward and Tomlin. Tomlin's not there, so he might be out. But even saying so, if Cameron Hayward and Rodgers do come back, I think Connor Hayward is out. No offense to the bloke. I would rather see if they're going to go with a fullback, bring in a fucking real fullback.
Yes,
like
I agree
from
with that.
Back in the day. A real fullback like Dan Crider, someone like built like that. I just want to see the guy who can run the tush push. I think anyone can do that behind that line if you want to train them up. Also, too, he played teams. He was a good tackler. Did he staff fumble recoveries, all that kind of shit. But you can find teams guys in the draft. Connor Hayward, sadly, I think he's gone. So that's how my thing kind of moves. Yeah, it's true. And who says with Danny Smith's gone? It's all going to change. All going to change. All righty. So far we've got Calvin Austin gone, MVS gone, Scotty Miller gone.
I don't have anybody. I don't have anybody that I saved yet. So
Donald Parham is a camp guy. Let's go into safeties. Jabril Peppers, he played teams. What about Peppers? 31 years of age.
31, he's gone.
It depends on the draft because you can get a safety in the draft, but I say keep him.
Okay, Jabril Peppers would be also teamer / backup. Chuck Clark is in the same build as well. 31. He played sparingly. What do you think about Chuck Clark coming back to the roster?
Gone.
Everyone's like Peppers is trash.
Yeah, Peppers isn't great, but I mean,
No.
He wasn't
You could get somebody. They could get somebody younger or sign somebody from another.
And
team.
this is the thing that I looked at this the other day and I was like, what the fuck? Everyone's fucking super old. Like they're all old. They're all in 30, 35 years of age. They're all fucking old in their contracts, right? What about then same one? There's the safety. I'm on the safety line at the moment. Jabril Peppers gone. Clark gone. Kyle Duggar. We loved him at the start. Now Kyle Duggar.
Go.
Fellas.
Bye. Go.
I say I would keep him over
as backup behind someone
instead of Peppers. Yeah.
If you were to bring anyone back, maybe you bring back Duggar. That's a fair point. But so far, Shane's got 2, Bubba's got none. This is probably easier than we thought. You guys are cutting everyone. All righty, we'll go into some right tackle stuff. We have a right tackle, Andres Pete, the big guy. That I think he filled in once or twice on left tackle. He was also the big guy that was moving. He was the free roaming, extra tackle on the line, edge of the line when Darnell wasn't there, or he was an extra blocker. What about Andres Pete?
I'd say yes.
I think so too. I think they bring him back for a year or two because he's been a vet for 12 years or whatever. And the O-line is just building through the draft. And to me, you bring him back for a camp body. All right. That's 3 for Shano and 1 for Bubba. Skylar Thompson.
No.
I love when I say it and you guys get quiet. You're like,
No.
Is that because he got robbed in Dublin?
Yes.
Well, that's too, yes.
Yeah, fellas, I don't think they bring him back either. They're going to sign they're going to draft another quarterback, right? And then Mason Rudolph, he could be even on the out, to be honest. Will Howard moves up. Yeah, Skylar Thompson won't be there. Who else can I go next? Let's make things a little bit spicy. Kenneth Gainwell, running back.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay. So they're going to sign into it.
But it also depends on this new offense. But also too, I think he could thrive on if it's a West Coast offense. He could thrive on this. So yes,
yeah.
I keep.
Shane, you're the same. You agree to bring him back?
Absolutely, 100%, no doubt.
Yeah, sign him to a 2-year, 3-year contract. Get him working with Warren, and also feed in Caleb Johnson next year and have your 3 running backs be those 3, and even draft a guy too, mate. Possibility, Afton says depends on the money. It's a fair point as well. It's a fair point. Alrighty. Now I did miss one, and this one I think I have. This is a tough one for me. Miles Killebrew, safety. Yeah, our 4th safety. He's 11 years in the league, former special teams captain, played safety with the Lions, and he jumped in for us, but he's going to be 33. Miles Killebrew.
Cut. You don't sign him.
Go on.
Because Skronik's already taken that position.
Yeah, you cut him. I hate to say it, but
I think as well, I talked about this the other day, I think Killebrew is out, but I will do a show on Killebrew because I think he's fucking awesome. I think he stays out of drama. I think he's very well spoken. If you ever, I know he's into his, the God and stuff like that, and I'm not into that stuff anyway, but it's refreshing.
If the Steelers cut him, he's going to go where Danny Smith is. Danny Smith will take him in a heartbeat, so he's going to have a job in the NFL.
Oh, he's with the Buccaneers.
He'll be in Tampa Bay. Yes, he'll be in Tampa Bay.
That's a fair point. I didn't think about that. Some of those players could go over there because of the connection.
Oh, yeah. That's
the way it works.
Yeah. I'm done with Killebrew. He's soft. I don't know, man. I think he's a good teamer. He had many blocks for us, but I think what happens is now is that his captain role is done. He, like Bubba said, goes to Tampa Bay. And then also, I think Carson Bruner steps up into that captain position. That is waiting for him to have because he had a fantastic year last year.
Or Skronik's your captain on special teams.
If they bring him back too. Or is he signed a 2-year contract? He must sign a 2-year contract. He did.
Yeah, he's
with the Steelers now. So, yeah, that's a good call. He could be a captain guy as well. Going down the list, we have, let's go into Isaac Seumalo, guard. 2 or 3 year contract, something like that.
I think he's going to go somewhere else and try to get more money.
I would keep him, but that's exactly what's going to happen. Papa said.
I think it's either way. I think it's a win-win. If they go and get, say, a guard in the draft, or they go and get another free agent guard out there, don't know who they are, but I think the Steelers, they're not losing a championship because they're left guard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Are they? They're losing the championship because they're franchise quarterback. But I would say I would like to see him come back. I'm good with it. But if a new name comes to that position, I'm also good with it too. So you guys saying he's gone? The thing is, around this time now is a new contract. What are you going to do with a new contract? Rightio, we have some players here. Max Sharping. Do you guys even know who that bloke is? Never heard of him.
Wasn't he a tight end? Or was he a guard or tight end?
He was a guard.
No.
You won't miss what you don't know you have, and that's one of those situations.
See you, Max.
Okay. What about Cole Holcomb, inside linebacker? Does he come back? Age 30, had a big injury, played sparingly, I think, last year. Did some good things. Was backup depth. I'm not truly sold as well on Queen to be the future of that position as well. I like Wilson, but I don't know about Queen. What do you think about Cole Holcomb?
I think he's gone.
I think he makes the team in depth at a fair price.
It's a fair point
because they don't have any inside linebackers. They're going to have to draft somebody, but still, you want some veteran leadership. And he was a starter at one time before he actually got hurt. So if you could get him at 1 point or $2 million or something like that,
plays backup role, plays teams.
Yeah. He's not going to. I'm not saying a starter, people. I'm just saying, depth. We need a depth too. So
it's a good comment here. Killebrew is 33. That knee injury was bad. It was, he got a really bad injury, so he might not play another game. I'm 50-50 on Cole Holcomb, but they might find a guy, from another team as Mike McCarthy connections that is like 10 times better. We just don't notice yet. Corliss Waitman, punter. Our punter is 30 years of age, and they probably offer him a 2 or 3 year contract, something like that. What do you think about Corliss Waitman? I'm a yes.
Thumbs up.
I like him too because he's been fighting to getting cut on many teams. He's been starting the last 2 seasons, so I didn't think he was that bad. He holds very well for our boy.
Yeah, those three go well together.
Yeah, so I'm good.
Go very well together. I think Corliss and Staling, you guys have like 4 or 5 on your roster now. You then have Jeremiah Moon, edge.
Bye. See ya.
Okay. Jacob Slade, defensive line.
Bye.
Yeah, another bloke like Tony said. You have this one is like I think he has to just go because I'm sick of saying his name. Isaiah Loudermilk.
Gone.
See ya. Gone. He hasn't produced anything.
Over the 4 years he's been there for like backup.
Yeah.
So he's gone too. I'm going through these fast because I want to get one big one right near the end. Dean Lowry, former Viking, defensive line.
How old's he? He's older.
32.
Nah, he's got to go.
All right. Daniel Ikwale, D lineman. He played backup, not too bad this year.
Keep him.
Get him at a. How old is he?
32, but he'd be back like in a camp spot.
See you later.
Yeah. Ryan McCollum center. We have a heap, say. We have about 28 free agents. Ryan McCollum center. He was backup center behind Frazier.
You keep him because I think he could play guard also.
Yeah, it's a fair point. And we've got 3 left, and I'm leaving the best to last. This is the debate. James Pierre or Sunday Samuel Jr. Do you bring them both back? Does James Pierre want more money somewhere else because he's like first time he's going to sniff that free agent feeling? What happens with James Pierre and Sunday Samuel Jr.?
I like Pierre.
Can you keep them both though?
No,
I don't think you can.
Who do you keep though?
The proven commodity is Samuel. So I would James Pierre. Hey man, it's a great story, but I think if you have to pick one or the other, I'm signing Samuel and not signing Pierre because Pierre's going to test the open free market.
I think he does it too. I think if you keep Pierre, he's got may want a big contract. I feel like I might go the other way, where Pierre goes to another team. I'm not too sure how that works, being a teamer and stuff like that. But that's the cornerback situation. And with the very last one is Aaron Rodgers, 43 years of age. When we start kickoff, does he come back, fellas, to the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Yes.
All signs point to yes. Bubba?
I would say if they give him offensive weapons and they let him do what he has to do under McCarthy's offense, because it's going to be the offense that he actually ran in Green Bay probably. I'm going to say a definite yes because we have the veteran leadership. You just got to give him – and he's probably – he didn't like that last game, and that taste in his mouth probably didn't end well for him, and he probably wants to get us back into the playoffs and win a playoff game and see where it goes. Play with house money. We're playing with house money and let Will Howard come in and maybe if we beat some people in some ball games, let him scrap up and get some experience. Mason Rudolph probably will be gone. Probably Will Howard would be your backup. I'm guessing.
I'll put it this way. I reckon if Pittsburgh didn't have the draft, Rodgers wouldn't come back. I feel like they're bringing him back just for the city, like just for the overall hype of the draft too. And for this year, going with all those 12 picks and getting receivers and getting O-linemen for him to stand up. And this could be his last year. I do believe they're going to bring him back too. I think Rodgers comes back for a 1-year deal, and it's a ride off in the sunset moment. They try it with McCarthy. That storyline plays out. Like you talked about WWE. It's McCarthy. It's Rodgers back together in Pittsburgh.
Big storyline. Big storyline. The Booker at this thing is going whatever because Aaron Rodgers never had a number 1 pick as receiver. With Green Bay, they never got him a number 1 receiver. He always had to deal with whatever. I don't think if he gets a number 1 receiver, Metcalf, Freiermuth, Gainwell, we got an offense, man.
Number 8 equals Monday night and Sunday night football games. So you're gonna have better.
That's prime time.
Times. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers equals prime time football, but he wasn't very good in prime time with us. That's the problem. He was not good at all. He was like 1-4 prime times. But it wasn't all his fault. It wasn't all his fault.
No. I reckon they bring him back because it's the consistent move. It's the one that they can win in 10 games again. It's the one that they can possibly win a playoff game. I don't think that the Rooneys are ready to go into meltdown mode if it goes backwards, like with a starting quarterback. If they go, hey, Rodgers want to play? He goes, yep, I'll play 1 more year. They go, okay. No, I reckon they do it. I reckon it's going to happen.
Unless Minnesota comes in and offers some big money and he rolls out there.
It's a possibility too. But that's all the free agents, 26 players. And I think we brought back about 5 or 6. Waitman was back in there, consideration. The cornerbacks were in there. I think bringing back Gainwell and possibly, a few camp guys. But fellas, there's no one super outstanding, right?
No one just jumps off the page.
Like Kenny Gainwell was awesome for us, but he's not.
He's the only one.
A top 5 running back.
He's not a super
know?
duper star that we're.
And it does make you think in this, Tomlin's players in the roster, like they were just competing. Was it the Tomlin doing his best with the players they had, or just how things fell? Was the money not right over the last few years? Was the, I guess the outlook on Omar Khan? I don't know. They're just like some of these guys are just guys that are like, we try and hype up as best we can for our team. What about Jonu? He'll be cut.
God, see you later. Bye.
I was wrong on that
he didn't want to come to Pittsburgh anyway, from what I hear.
I was wrong on him.
So was I. I tried to get behind the guy as best I could every week, and I was like, just use Jonu Smith in the running game, get him in the short passing game. They didn't fucking do anything with him, and he will have like so many like he won't be there too. Is there any other players you think, fellas, that on the team now that will be cut that won't come back? If off top of your minds,
No.
I don't know. Did they try the Roman Wilson experiment? Did they try that, or did they cut him? They just cut him in camp. Did they cut him in camp? That could be a possibility.
Well, at some stage you got to put him on the field, right?
Right.
How do they not put him on the field? They never did.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, there's just a lot of free agent guys. That Corey Trice guy's been around the building a few times.
He's gone because he's too. I always wanted to see him, but he's injured all the time.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look through names here and there. I think, Loudermilk is a free agent. I think he's gone. Now there's about 90 odd players on the roster. You got at some stage, I think the Steelers need to sign Chris Boswell to a 5-year deal or something like that. Get that done too. What are your thoughts about Queen? Has he lived up to his expectations as a Steeler?
No.
Yeah, that's a funny one too, isn't it? Queen doesn't seem like he's done that great. Clark is see you later as well. I think we're gonna have a whole new roster. Like the roster will be like 40 something fucking players will be on there.
Yeah.
That's like new.
People we don't even know.
Looking for the Will
But
Howard.
if they sign a safety in the free agent, they sign a tackle, and they get one of those big 3 wide receivers, Dobbs, Pierce, or somebody else I can't think of right hand. There was 3 of them, 3 receivers out there. If they can get one of those big receivers, I'm not talking AJ Brown in a trade or Tyreek Hill, but
there's no guarantee. Like I think the only guarantee on the roster for the receivers is DK Metcalf. Ben Skronik is a teamer. He could be there, but there's no guarantees. This team, I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see what they do because, as you said, with Scotty Miller and those guys like Killebrew, they might go join Danny Smith. With the Buccaneers. It's a fair point. Could see Queen and Ramsey getting cut as well. We're a whole new team. All righty, fellas, anything else you want to add to the show? The Brotherhood of Steel is broken. All the podcasters are yelling at other podcasters. All the ex-Steeler fans are going after one another. Anything else you want to add?
Well, we got together. We welded it. We Jerry welded the whole situation together.
Just that.
Shane there?
Shane? Yeah.
Shane?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just being quiet. No, absolutely, guys. Tomorrow night, we're going to talk more about this off-season draft. We're going to spring a little draft stuff.
No, we're gonna talk about Omar Khan's got the money and he's going in to the grocery store and he's buying the groceries that he needs to make a goddamn good, like
he's got to press the hot date because that is Aaron. We need to get him some tools.
Yep.
What do you think he needs most? Just receiver and O-line, or do you think he needs defense as well?
Ooh, if he can get a safety at a good price, they've been talking about that guy from Kansas City. If we can get that Alex Pierce kid from the Colts, that is a huge. I can't do a backflip because I'll break my neck, but I would be doing a backflip in my mind if we signed him because there's our number 2 receiver, or it could be our number 1 receiver, could be whatever. Because Metcalf, I'm happy because we haven't had that in a while, and we still get a number 1 pick, and it'll be another receiver. So, we could have our receiving core could go back up if we can get him.
I want to try and look into, if I can, Mike McCarthy, his connection with certain players, because he brought in all his coaches. He's gonna bring in players too.
Well, one of his players that he is that the running back Rico was it Donwell from the Panthers. There has been speculation.
Oh yeah,
Steelers could sign him if the Gainwell thing doesn't work out, because he played for McCarthy in Dallas.
I think it was a second running back too.
Thanks, Devil. I do like that trade. Yeah,
but he's going to have connections from like his coaching in Dallas. 2 years ago? There's some players there. Surely there's something like that. I don't think it's going to be like a connection like MVS and Rodgers, because Tomlin put them together because they played together once or twice.
What's CD Lamb? What's Lamb's contract? Because him and George Pickens will probably go like this probably eventually.
George Pickens was trying to get, I think, as a franchise tag this year as well. So it's going to be interesting how they shape the roster. Alrighty, let's get out of it. Thank you, Afton. Thanks everyone.
See you, Afton.
Bit of a quicker show near the end, because basically the Brotherhood of Steel stuff doesn't bother us going into 2026. It's a story. It's WWE. But now the Steelers, I think, are just in waiting mode to find out, once Rodgers signs or whoever, and we get a former Cowboy signs from Mike McCarthy days, then I'll be like, holy shit, that's what they're doing. But there are going to be a lot of players that aren't coming back, like a shit ton of players. All right. Thanks, Shane. Thanks, Bubba. Thanks, chat. Catch you guys
Mark.
tomorrow.
Thanks, Shane.
9 p.m. I always forget. 9 p.m.
Eastern Standard.
Oh, I didn't even say it. Akadaka.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, Akadaka shirt too.
Would have been a great halftime show at the Super Bowl, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Maybe.
All right, let's get out of it. Thanks, Shano, Bubba, and where's my fucking video?
Good night, everybody.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Hey, Rod.
Left the light on. See you later. Bye.